Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Summit America. It's time now for our final match of the day. It's our longest day of the group stage. 7 best-of-1s. We've gotten through 6 of them, and it's time now for No Earthspirit versus Revenge. Of course, Gods, you're joining me for this last game. You excited?
Howdy, LD. I'm good.
Good to
Pretty
see
excited. I've been seeing you all day, man. We've had some good bonding time. We got lunch together. We made Andrew and Ben slave away casting all day. Had a little
slave away. Hard life.
We've been busy out getting models to try and print for our new mousepad design.
Well, these will be available in store soon. You can buy them in bulk.
Yep. Check on the Beyond the Summit store as well. We've got mousepads. We've got new shirts designs coming out. But importantly in the store is the outdoor TV ticket. So if you guys want to support the Summit, we've got a $10 ticket. You like that segue? You're laughing. You don't like my segue.
Go on.
Buy the frickin' Summit ticket, guys. Done. Let's get in the game.
That was the worst plug ever. Can I disown you for that? You're disowned.
Okay. You can disown family, but they're still family.
Well, here we go. Revenge on the Radiant side. They're 2-1 now after that last win. Should really be 3-0 and actually be on the inside track for first place, but they made some big mistakes versus EG, and here they are, still in good position to finish top 4. No Earthspirit on the dire side, and they've had an up and down day number 1.
Yeah, they have. They had some had a game against North American Rejects. They really should have won, I feel, but NA Rejects somehow pulled it back with that snaking Naga siren.
58-minute, down 2 lanes of Rexes, and they were running a quad core. They had 4 heroes in the top 5, but that Naga.
Yeah, that Naga's a good hero sometimes, but other time I think Naga's one of those heroes which is at a good place. Now I'm a bit. I don't feel the hero was that deserving of the nerfs it got, but it was one of those things where Valve's like, we just don't want to see. Like
she's a boring hero.
Yeah. If Naga aren't seen in like half the games at TI4 with playing Radiance, AFK late game farming Naga Siren, it's just going to make a bad tournament, which I think is half the reason for the hero's nerf. Not to say it's a bad reason to nerf the hero. I mean, it kind of is, like as far as you want to be true to the game.
Well, it's a game, right? It should be fun.
Yes.
So
if
the viewers aren't having fun, then it shouldn't be the only consideration, but it's one of several factors.
Well, you have to worry about your game's longevity if you're going to have boring gameplay. So yeah. I think making game changes which promote more fun play is good.
You can't have too much fun or else the fun loses meaning.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Lich first pick from Revenge.
Yeah,
this is
okay.
Not something I've seen.
Lich is pretty good, but I'm a bit surprised it's been elevated to first pick material. As for No Earthspirit, they get the Batrider Shadow Shaman. On the dire side, the Shadow Shaman especially good with the easy access to Roshan.
Well, this is Relic's new team. He has had quite a few.
Yeah.
Since the MLG Full Sail days. Yeah, that feels like ages ago.
MLG Full Sail, beating our TZ 1v1. This guy's come a long way. Well,
he's had his up and downs.
Yeah. It hasn't made it onto like a top tier 1 team yet, but he's had some good experience in the competitive scene, so.
Hoping for a little bit of that no Tidehunter magic with the team name.
Yeah, maybe. No Earthspirit. Doesn't have quite the same ring to it.
Who was the, there was Quap Top trying to imitate Bottom Bottom, but imitations are a cheap replacement for the real deal. We'll see if No Earthspirit can change the trend, but if they go the way of Quap Top, then we're not expecting too much. That being said, they finished second in the qualifier and had a decent run of it up until the grand finals, so looking forward to seeing what they can do. This will be my first time ever watching them play.
Okay. I think it's. I mean, I watched them play not long ago. I wasn't casting them. You were watching that game, weren't you? NA Rejects game?
That's not like really watching. I was like, you occasionally glance at the TV while you're working, kind of thing.
Gotcha. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't think I've seen this exact. I haven't cast this specific team playing. I have like different incarnations. Like the team that played in MLG had a few of these players. Bricks and Relic have been playing on the same team for a long time. Goody was also on their team then. So the other 2 players are new to me, Half Right Eggroll and Evan. But hey, we'll see how they do here. Darkseer, the second pick for Revenge. So once again, going for the Darkseer. No Sand this time as Earthspirit banned that one out.
Let's see what they do. The Sand King, yeah, surprising it makes it through. And I'm a little surprised about this Lich first pick. Not sure what Revenge has planned. Has No Earthspirit been running the hero a lot or something? Yeah, Froststorm or some buildings, but I'm not convinced Lich is first overall pick material just yet.
Yeah, I mean, that'll help a lot. Like a bit of extra armor on your towers against serve mods, but towers already have like 20ish armor, like an extra 3 armor or something early on. Like you're not even getting that.
It's more like for the attack speed slow, if anything. I feel.
I agree, and we don't see any melee heroes yet, so.
Yeah. And there is also Lycan in the pool, by the way. Dire side, Shadow Shaman, Bat, Lycan. You get those 3 heroes, you are kings of the Roche Pit. So
yeah, no, Lycan's really fallen off. Like small little nerf, and teams just suddenly think the heroes.
Well, Liquid won against. I think it was against no Earthspirit.
With Lycan.
Yeah,
that was the game we casted. So
okay, so yeah, we did cast the one game. It wasn't a memorable one though. It was a very. They had Lycan. They had Lycan on the dire side, and I think they won in like 10-15 minutes.
I'm sure there was no Earthspirit. Maybe.
Maybe it was.
No
CMB. It was CMB. That's right.
You're right there. CMB.
But yeah, Lycan's still viable, just not first overall pick material. It seems right now for most teams.
Right. Well, we'll see what the next couple picks will be. Doom and Viper banned up by Revenge. So just some of these annoying tanky frontliners, the mech buyers. But there's other heroes you can get if you want someone to be getting your mech. And no Earthspirit. I think Batrider is still good with the Flaming Lasso change. At the end of the day, it kind of just negates the blink buff that the Blink Dagger received. But it's definitely no longer as dominant as the heroes it once was. You can't freely use your flame breaks. You have to be a bit more conservative with your mana in general.
A bit. I mean, it's more like that first 5-10 minutes where you have to be a bit careful. Beyond that, he has good in-game. Yeah. He has good base-in, and honestly, around like level 10, he's got like 600, 700 mana. It's not. I don't view it as a huge issue. It's more for the early levels where maybe you don't have flame break to cancel a TP a single time you go for a gank.
So who's going to grab the Mirana here? Like I think I almost without a doubt I think someone's picking Mirana in this second pick stage. It's just too good a hero to pass up. For both teams, it fits fine.
Fits well with Lich especially. Yeah. It's a good dual lane hero, so could see a Lich Mirana combo.
See if no Earthspirit won it for their farming lane or even mid. Like it's so flexible that I think not picking Mirana for one of these two teams would be quite a big shock.
Last game we saw Ewo on Morphlane. Curious to see what Revenge go for this time around. They ran a dual core. They don't have any real lockdown now. Just vacuum into Chain Frost, which sounds pretty nice on paper, but no proper crowd control. And if they don't get some soon, no Earthspirit, I feel, could really benefit from a hero like a Weaver. Revenge even banning out one of the best heroes to deal with those mobile split pushers and the Doom. So Morphlane, Weaver, actually could be strong for the dire side this game.
It's good to see Ewo playing for Revenge again. I think it's just a stand-in here, but he was playing with them like a year or so ago when they were playing in like We Play. When they're being Na'Vi, he was on the team. So this is I don't know if he's like a permanent replacement for Benjes or just a stand-in, but
rumor is there may be a roster change
for Revenge.
Yes.
Okay.
And is the word on the street. I don't know how that would affect the TI qualifiers.
Well, dude, TI4, you know, there was 2 different teams that Pat Sol was on the roster for the TI4 American qualifiers.
Like all listed on the website?
Well, no, the website didn't list players for the qualifier teams. Okay. It only listed players for the invited teams.
It's also America's such a weak region that for the qualifier teams that it's like, who are you going to replace them with anyway?
I mean, even some of the SEA teams I've heard are trying to get some like little roster changes in there last minute. I don't
End of the day, you have to go through the qualifiers to qualify, and if you do it with a new player, who cares? Like you qualified for TI with those 5. Yeah. So I think you should be allowed to make roster changes.
Yeah.
Maybe if you replace like 5 players, then or 4 players, that's different.
But if you're like the 10th team and you just got invited over another team, and then something's like, oh, I'm making this roster change, and it's like, well,
I think 1 player is okay.
Still okay. Yeah.
2, 3, 3. I'd say 3+ very debatable. Yeah. 2 debatable, and 1 I think is fine.
And then you also like Valve are the ones doing the invites. Like, how much do they follow these lesser known scenes? Like when it comes to the American amateur scene. Well, no,
I'm sure they have no Earthspirit on the big screen in Gaben's office every day of the week. Yeah. Come on now, David.
He's their biggest fan. I mean, ever since Relic.
He definitely is a fan of the game.
Yeah. He's been following Relic's professional career very closely. Yeah.
Gaben is always watching.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Our Lord and Savior.
Yeah.
And I like the Slark pick from Revenge here. They get a hero that's just very elusive, lifestealer, good at kind of dodging him, picking off the Shadow Shaman, Disruptor on the backside. They are pretty mid-game oriented, kind of a snowball-y lineup. Not really much in the way of hard carry. Lockdown is a bit lacking. They have Vacuum into Impale, which is nice, but it's kind of an odd draft to see coming out of Revenge, especially just the way it started with that Lich Darkseer 1-2 pick.
Yeah, it's kind of the one, I think, benefit of the Lich Darkseer doesn't reveal too much about your strategy and your core heroes you're running. Darkseer is pretty neutral. Lich does suggest you want to go for kind of dual lanes rather than a tri-lane, because Lich is not a good safe lane support, in my opinion.
No.
I think very few teams you'll ever see run Lich as a safe lane support.
It's just kind of wasted. Like, yeah, you can deny some creeps and pull ahead in the lane, but if you're going to run a safe lane support, other heroes benefit more from the things that you run support safe lane for, which is pulls and early levels. Lich can get his levels anywhere, so why waste him on the safe lane?
It's an interesting Revenge draft, picking the Slark and possible Nyx assassin support or a possible Nyx mid. So there's your Mirana. Wasn't picked in the second pick stage.
They're like, wait, this hero's still around?
Yeah.
Some cute combos here. Glimpse into Arrow, Lasso into Arrow, Moonlight Shadow into Lasso. Good Infest Bomb initiation from Earthspirit. Just a very well-rounded draft. They've got the dire side. Decent Roche lineup, not amazing, but if they get a medallion, they'll have no problems with it. And let's see how they look to play out this laning stage. As for Revenge, they've got most likely their support here. I guess they could run a Darkseer mid and a Nyx offlane, but expecting the Nyx to be in the support role and something else picked up as a core.
Yeah, I think most likely a support Nyx. But so we need I guess a Smash hero last picked. That's where Earthspirit banned the Storm. So
Smash heroes. TA, one of his big ones. Storm got banned.
Yep.
Shadow Fiend, although I don't know how well he'll do against Lifestealer and Batrider this game, but
Morphling's still there if you want to do the Morphling mid, the TZ style morph.
Or he could take Slark mid. Yeah. That's the other thing, is they could run the Slark mid in theory.
Yeah, especially if Nyx is going to be a support. Nyx Slark is like a pretty weak lane.
Who's going offlane for Earthspirit? Probably just the Bat Gyrocopter. So I think it is a Slark mid for Smash.
Yeah. Maybe paired up with the Lich, like do a dual lane mid, like Lich Slark and then Nyx Gyro safe lane. But no Smash Gyro. Are we going to see like the solo mid max homing missile Gyro? I've been wanting to see this.
It got a slight buff, right?
Yeah. Homing missile doesn't take as much damage from towers and also hits invis now.
I don't want to see the video. Jeez.
You don't want to see it? Why not?
I just don't want to see it. Is that a problem?
Okay.
Just want to read the new skill.
All right, 6.81 gyrocopter. What is
Look
this?
up patch notes. Changelog 6.81.
Fine. My Google.
Your Google foo is lacking.
April Fool 6.1. This is worse.
Spring cleaning.
Oh my god, that's like number 7 on Google. Valve need to get up to date with their like Google wording of
final patch notes here. There you go.
10 seconds remaining.
And search for gyro.
All right. Thank you, Captain
Backseat driving gods is incompetent Google in here.
Here, bug fix. Fixed overhead indicator for gyrocopters homing missiles showing for enemy players. That's a cool change.
Yeah.
I like that. That's actually
a nice
it's a bug fix, but it's a buff to gyrocopter.
It's very, very rare that you don't know homing missiles coming though.
Yeah.
I would say.
Homing missile hits invis unit. Homing missile hits required to
hits
destroy.
invis units is kind of a big deal actually.
Oh, it takes more hits to destroy now. So it goes up to 4 and 5. I
that's if you max it though.
Yeah, you do. You go mid, you max it.
Well, I'll believe it when I see it. Still, the first 2 levels can easily be dealt with, and then you're not leveling up your Flat Cannon or Rocket Barrage, both of which are amazing spells to max.
Yeah, solo mid though, you get levels fast. Like you just kill people with max homing missiles. It's a lot of fun to do, but I don't know. I want to see it, and then I'll decide how good it is after I see it. I don't want to make like a statement like, oh, it's legit, but when I see it and it works, I'll say, oh, I told you it was legit. So. That's what we're aiming for.
Homing Missile is one of the best spells to break Lincoln Sphere in the game, though. Very annoying to play against. 11-second cooldown, quite long cast range, and just a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
We'll see what Smash does. He could also just take 1 point, do the standard max flak, max rocket barrage, but you never know. They could also just swap Ewo and Smash, which is kind of what I'm expecting, but we'll see.
Okay.
Let's introduce our teams here. On the Radiant side, we've got Smash leading up Revenge. The Peruvians looking good here, and through the second day of Summit America play, he'll be on the Gyrocopter. Mystico was sensational last game on the Sand King. He'll be playing a Nyx, a similar type of support, though not as good at getting his farm. Ewo on the Slark. We'll have Masuku playing the role of the Lich, and then Mihawk as the Darkseer. And then on the Dire side, we've got Ban Earth.
We've got Ban Earth. We've got Bricks playing the carry Lifestealer in the safe lane. We've got Evan on the Disruptor. We've got Goody playing the support Shadow Shaman. In the offlane, it will be your Batrider played by Half-Fried Eggroll. And then solo mid, the Arteezy Slayer himself, Mr. Null Talisman. We've got Relic playing the Mirana.
Mr. Null Talisman. Wow, look at this Slark set. This is quite something.
Yeah, I'm surprised he went
Is that a common set?
Some stuff that's common looks like...
It's like the color scheme is so different from actual Slark gear that it looks like a super special set.
It should be like rare or mythical just because of how crazy it looks.
Valve should restrict those colors. Get your store in line, Valve.
Way too shiny.
Yes, the shininess.
I'm not very fussy when it comes to cosmetics. There was the random the Casper Nyx set which was being used. And I was like, oh, that looks like a cool Nyx set. And then someone else, I can't remember who was casting. They're like, oh, LD hates it. I just thought it was cool because it didn't look like Nyx. I was like, oh, you actually noticed.
That's why I hated it, because it doesn't look like Nyx.
I know. I just see something. I'm like, if I notice if I notice right away there's cosmetics being used, I think it's cool just because I'm like, oh, The cosmetics are noticeable. Normally the cosmetics are too subtle for me to care.
Oh yeah, point.
Like, look at this Darkseer. Is he wearing cosmetics? I couldn't tell you he was. He's wearing 3.
They have cosmetics for Darkseer?
Exactly. You couldn't tell.
They should change the shape of his head. Maybe not be a cone head anymore.
He's got little spike. I don't know if those spikes are his cosmetics or if that's natural.
Well, Smash will be going mid. Has not skilled anything up yet, so well, let's see if he goes for the homing missile build. I'm not convinced. It's also very mana intensive, actually. 120 mana at level 1. And it doesn't do a ton of damage unless they run very far away.
I think he's going to max homing missile. That's the call I make. He gets flak level 1, but I think he can go flak and then homing missile at 2 and 3. And rocket barrage is not going to do much in this lane. The flak's your best level 1 harass. But then, yeah, I think he goes homing missile 2 and 3.
You definitely want to at least get a point. That is for sure. Let's see what he does. Rocket barrage is decent at level 1. It gives you 11 damage per rocket. So it's probably the best value point the hero has, but not maxi. It means you have half the overall damage. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Batrider being pursued out a bit and just annoyed by Misco in this lane. Impale. No, not going to be cast. He cancels it 4 times. Then he'll connect. Ewo going in with the leap right as the Firefly gets popped in half fried egg roll. Well, maybe not falling here, but not having fun either.
Yeah, he's going to fight fire with fire. He's going to go back a bit on Mystico here. He needs to be careful. The level 1 pounces are long cooldown though, so it'll be okay for
they
now.
force out the Firefly though. That's pretty nice.
Mihawk said, screw top lane, I'm going jungle right off the bat. He does not want to have anything to do with this Shadow Shaman Disruptor. Disruptor, one of the best supports for killing and just keeping Darkseer out of the off lane.
Yeah, especially with this follow-up of a Shackles, Lifestealer right clicks. You get a point in the kinetic field, you get a point in the glimpse, and you're off to the races.
Alright, well the Smash Copter has gone for the homing missile.
Smash Copter. That's a good name. He is reserving his 3rd point here.
Flak. Come on, man. I want to see homing missile.
You definitely want at least 1 point in Rocket Barrage here, so we'll see.
Yeah, by level... Well,
definitely by level 4. That spell gives you insane damage. It's like 300...
Who are you damaging with it, though? Like, Mirana has leap.
Anyone that you catch. If you have a support rotate in, Nyx comes for a smoke gank, you get a rune with a haste, you can easily get a kill.
Yeah.
You can't completely skip that spell. Not saying you max it. Maybe you max homing missile over it, but...
I like the Gyrosoul in mid, though. Like, Gyrosoul in mid has good base damage. He can control the lane pretty well. He can control runes. And you see Relic's getting harassed really hard. He's only just now got his bottle, so he's going to be on the back foot. And I think he has to bottle Crow almost if he doesn't get the 2-minute rune. So I think he's going to have to instantly bottle Crow. Unlike Smash, who I mean, he may bottle Crow anyways, but he doesn't need to.
Well, level 4. Hasn't skilled anything just yet. I really want to keep an eye on mid. We'll see how much kill potential he has, but in terms of farm... Oh, I struck on fantasy points for a while. Well, in terms of farm, he's 11 and 5, so doing all right. Poink.
Oh, the homing missile sound effect.
No rocket barrage.
That's where it's at.
All right. It's annoying. Let's see if he can actually get a kill here.
It sets up the cooldown, which is kind of nice. Although if you're probably only gonna hit the first cooldown before Mirana leaps out of it. But
the main thing I like about homing missile is you cast on someone and they just want to run.
Yeah. Like, Relic's getting smashed in this lane. He's bottle crowing, but that courier's moving damn slow to get back to base to get him his bottle.
Not stacking the Ancients. Would like to see him do that, like when he goes to check the rune as well, and then you can catch up on your farm later on.
The gyro.
Yeah.
Yeah. He hasn't really left this lane at all, and I think even just leaving the lane to check 1 rune is like missed chances to harass and get denies against a Mirana, which you kind of don't want to miss out on maybe. But he's doing really well. He's got a slight edge in this lane. I think this is a gyro actually beats a lot of mid heroes mid with this homing missile build.
Who's gonna offer more in the mid game though? Mirana with the Moonlight Shadow Arrow, or will Gyro hit a big call down? That's the main question.
In theory, Mirana's the more stable option for the mid game. Like hitting Arrow Starstorms and using Moonlight Shadow is pretty reliable, whereas Gyro, you never know what you're gonna get. Like,
yeah, that's exactly. You could vacuum into a 5-hero cooldown, or you completely whiff it.
Yeah. And heroes like Lifesteal have the ability to avoid and dodge most of that damage. You haven't got reliable lockdown like a Mirana does. The homing missile, maybe it hits, you get some big nuke damage out of it, you get some big stuns, or maybe you get nothing.
The one other thing with the homing missile build is generally players will take stats over it, and Gyro is pretty squishy. 680 HP, doesn't have the best stat growth in general. You can compensate for that by going for like Rena Vakila drums, phase boots, BKB, but you can't really go for big damage items here. You're just wandering around with 800 health, 900 health against mass nuke damage in the team fights from Ban Earth.
I think he needs to go for like either a fast BKB or a fast drums. Maybe just brace with BKB, but yeah, he'll look for some early plus HP stats.
Sometimes you can get away with going for like a Dominator first, but as a mid gyro and going this build, I think you're going to need the early stats.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. Relic needs to be a bit careful this mid lane. Homing missile there with a couple flat hits. This is going to get him really low.
He's got to get back to his bottle leap. I think he's got to leap out. He's going to die to this missile if he's not careful. Bottling up, he leaps out. He knows it's close to the tower. Boink.
Oh, that was so close.
I think he was like, oh wait, this could actually kill me.
Yeah.
I better run.
And there we go. First point in Rocket Barrage level 5, so he does get one before level 6.
Forced to ferry a salve as well.
Yep.
And I mean, at this rate, you take 2 points, you might as well max the damn thing. So.
Yeah, I think he'll get cooldown at 6 and then missile at 7 and 8.
The main downside is, well, I don't know, with the change of taking 5 shots instead of 3, maybe it's even good in team fights, but generally homing missile, as annoying as it is in a 1v1, you get into a team fight, enemy team can just focus it down as 3-4 heroes, but maybe with that change, it'll be too hard to focus. Let's see how it plays out in the engagements.
He's going to find the regen runes. No haste, invis, anything that can help him get real kills, but still not bad. Relic gets... what? Can you not use enemy shared Tengos? There's these Tengos sitting in mid lane, yeah.
Well, he didn't want to drop a branch. That's the makings of the wand.
No, Relic. He can just pick these up. He's got item slots.
Yeah, he could.
That was the gyro dropped him to fit his bottle and TP.
Okay.
They're Relic's Tengos. Yeah, Relic... I mean, they're not Relics. They're Smash's Tengos, and Relic picks them up like, oh, free Tengo, sure. Why not?
He needs the regen.
He's been gifted regen by
Smash
mercy.
Himself. Yeah. True mercy. Eternal Envy's got nothing on Smash.
There's another one in the river here if he finds that, so further down river. It's waiting for you, Relic. Maybe he's going to use him as bait.
Yeah, this is the techie strat.
Yeah.
Well, for now, the Mirana still, be annoyed in the lane, still keeping up in terms of farm. 4 CS down, and level-wise, but just about even. So it's a cute build, but hasn't actually translated into kills. I think if you're running stronger roaming supports, this could get you a lot of early game kills.
He's going top to defend and try to find some kills with a cooldown, but he may be too late. This tower's going down and going down fast.
Oh, Glyph, not available. It's already been popped. Goody. Uh-oh. Tower will fall. They get off a rage on Bricks. Now they're on the retreat out, though. Smash. He's been glimpsed out of the lane, it looks like, but already the 2 kills go down, and Smash returned back towards mid, but he did his job. Yeah. They get the kill.
Got the kill, and he almost wants to go back mid, because I don't think he was getting a second kill off of that. With the Moonlight Shadow being used, yeah, it's like a free TP back, exactly.
And Slark got the tower deny, actually. Thought Lifesteal last hit it. Yeah. We'll have a quick pause.
That's right. So, Lich is taking over bottom lane. It was a safe lane support Lich. I'm not a big fan of this, but... Lich and... It did allow Nyx to go to help out that offlane tower defense pretty early on, but...
And Lich is quite useless there, so...
Yeah, Lich needs that level 6 ASAP. But Slark also rotating, so they rotate the farmers off the lane, but... Does give Bat a bit of a tough time. He gets a lot of XP denied, but this Bat's already level 5.5, so he's actually well on the way to his Blink Dagger. I think he's doing a lot better than the Darkseer, who's just level 4. Has a bit of farm Mihawk, but nothing comparable to this Batrider.
Well, so far the gyro mid working out.
Yep.
I would like to see them do a bit of jungle stacking to give him more of a punch in the mid game. That's when Slark will be mainly... They can kind of transition.
Kill mid, maybe.
Arrow into the Impale. Relic tanking the Rocket Barrage to the face. He does have a leap. He takes a long time to use it, but will bottle up in the end.
Yeah. Creep Wave, I think, saving him from a lot of the Rocket Barrage damage.
Yeah, it got split between quite a few. He'll throw out an arrow, punishes Smash, and he'll find an Invis rune.
Yeah, nice.
And he's got he can use the Invis rune, bottle up, and then send the bottle back for a free fountain trip.
I don't think he can use the Invis much, so he may as well... Oh, he's going to go ganking. I think
he should just use the bottle charge.
He had like 130 mana. That's 1 arrow and nothing else. Alright, Bottle Crow it is. I think Relic's doing well considering the tough matchup he has here. He's just a little bit behind on CS.
I do like the item build from Smash. If you want to go for this Rocket Barrage, or Homing Missile build, you need the stats, and that's what he's going for.
Oh, the pounce misses on Relic mid.
Even if it hits, there was a glimpse to send the gyro out, and I don't think they find that kill on its own, but they force out the TP anyway, which is pretty much what they wanted. That for Ban Earth, the key is just going to be getting the Bat Blink. To me, and the Shadow Shaman level 6. That's really when everything kicks off for them. Before then, their kill power is kind of Not the best initiation without that Blink Dagger on Bat.
Revenge decided to go greedy. Some Bone 7 Darkseer type plays. Going the Midas build. He's got the recipe, just needs the gloves of haste. So.
Well, I like it better than the sexy Bambo Midas Bat.
Me too, man. Me too. that was so ass.
That was the worst. Did he win any games with that, by the way?
He won one game. That one game they just stomped so hard and he went Midas, but the other game he did, they lost.
Oh, Mihawk playing with fire. Almost dying to the neutrals here, and he'll be okay. Close, though.
He really won
mid,
that Midas
arrow. Oh, not even being thrown yet. Now Smash is going to maybe look to run back in. Masuku's got his level 6 as well. Both teams with the lane wards mid, so no surprises here.
Yep. Well, Mihawk's just hanging around. Okay, he gets his minus money. So now he'll minus a big creep, probably go back home and heal up and then be ready to probably keep on jungling. He's got a minus, so he can't really fight. It's not like he's just got a mech or some arcane boots.
This is where you just steal your carry's bottle. Yeah. Say, Smash, I need this, bro. That's what he's doing. No, he's getting his minus.
No. He stacked the big camp, so I can know he missed a stack. But Paul's coming out from the Batrider, who's just 500-ish gold away from his blink. Skype, good program.
Skype, please. Haven't had to use it much lately. We haven't been doing that many Skype casts.
No, we've upgraded our coverage, I guess. I don't know.
We've gone, you could almost say, beyond the summit.
We're like a real studio now.
In some way. So hits level 8 and has he gone? I think he's gone for a point in stats here.
Ooh, race for the top rune.
Oh, the cooldown gets dropped. Relic's gonna blink into the cooldown, then pops the Moonlight Shadow, turning this around. The arrow. Oh, Smash just a bit too tanky here. One more right click, the double damage secures the kill, and Smash just gets outplayed. Could have just backed, but decided to go for it.
It came close, but no, it didn't. Did they kill the missile before it hit him? Or did the missile actually? I didn't see what happened to the missile, but maybe they focused the missile with the help of the disruptor. But I think the missile just landed.
I think it hit him point blank, and it's just not that much damage, and the stun not that long either. Yeah,
and you need that wind up. It's just level 2 as well. Like I think that's where if he had max homing missile, he probably gets that kill. Or even he's got 2 rocket barrage, but the 3 points in flat cannon do not help you in that fight there.
Okay, the stun duration is actually the same regardless of distance traveled, it sounds like.
Damage goes up.
The damage is what goes up. Yeah, it did not do much damage because that was point blank.
Minimum damage 50. Especially the level 4 one. Like, you can get 50 minimum damage on a max homing missile. It's pretty unimpressive.
In theory, 440 damage, but that's the max. Yeah. So this is if it chases you all the way.
Yep.
The cool thing is if someone's running. There was a video when the Bloodseeker got the move speed change that came out where there was like 50, 100 homing missiles flying around the map, and he had the maximum Bloodthirst stack, so he was just running around it. Outrunning all these missiles that were traveling at like 1,000 plus MS.
Alright, here we go. Ban Earth with a Blink Dagger on Batrider, so this guy wants to get involved now. He needs to find a pick-off and find a pick-off soon. Maybe mid-lane Relic needs to be a bit careful himself.
They had a Chain Frost, but no, not going to blow it. Missile coming in. Oh, they'll have to kill this.
His bottle's back now, so...
440 damage, though. He's already up to 380 HP.
It's still just level 2 missile, so it's only 3 hits to destroy. He hasn't got the 4 or 5
yeah,
hits,
you're right. Yeah. He actually went back for a point in flat cannon, so not maxing it.
Another flat cannon, another rock barrage. A bit of a mixed build.
Smash 2 is not like a 1 is definitely the value point, unless you want the damage. Look at the stun duration level 1 is 2.2. And the hits to destroy doesn't go up until level 3, so I don't think 2 is the sweet spot here by any means.
It theoretically doubles in damage output, but like you go up to 330 with level 3, as well as an extra hit to destroy.
Ewo could get caught here. He pops the Dark Pact immediately. Lasso, not going to be effective against that. Ooh. They will glimpse him back into the river, though. Has the ultimate, deploys it now, and does he have a leap to get out? They're trying to body block him, surround him, so he can't leap out. And the leap's going down anyway. Ewo, another Dark Pact just keeps on running away. The Lasso's not there. There's no point in Flame Break yet from poor half-fried Egg Roll. And on the backside, Misco finds 1 kill, and everybody else forced to retreat out. This will still hit heroes. Evo on Viz. Half-fried Egg Roll. Just going to be out of the fight for a bit. Now they found another. They bring down the Disruptor, too. Very chaotic fight from Ban Earth, but...
Bat never got a lasso off. Like, he came
no Flame Break, only level 8.
He was too worried about the Dark Pact cancelling, I think, and just was really... I don't think he had a real good chance to use a lasso. There was too many heroes down there as well, so...
The missile also did zone heroes out pretty effectively. Missile comes in, and you just... When someone casts missile, and you just turn and run.
I think homing missile, that's what it's best at, is zoning heroes out. You know that missile's coming, you have to run away, because if you get hit by a 2+ second stun, you're often dead in a team fight.
Oh, they are going to defend bottom, though. They've got a lasso. They can glimpse in somebody else if they try to retreat out. Chain Frost available, but Masuku not wanting to throw it, and now Relic on the hunt. No, are they going to go for anything more here? They don't have the glimpse vision. It looks like Arrow coming through. That could give them enough for a glimpse. The Impale connects onto the Chain Frost comes through as well. Bricks dropping low, needs to infest. He barely does it in time. The flak driving them all back will pop out and continue the retreat. No wards yet for the roster, but here comes the call down. That's going to connect on two. Just not enough damage from Smash.
Impale. They got the Mirana with the Impale. Now Goody got to go down as well to Smash. Not a bad.
Open wounds? No.
The Nyx played that fight really well. The Carapace is the Impale. First he got like a 3-hero Impale, and then when he was trapped in the kinetic field, he got off another Impale onto 2 heroes. So really nice play by the Nyx Assassin in that fight. It's like a little submarine.
Blink.
It didn't actually. Oh, it got blown up.
Yeah.
Sad day.
I like that like point of view, like first person, almost first person missile mode. Yeah. Well, in the end, score 5-4. 12 minutes in, we have 1,500 gold lead for the Radiant, and experience pretty even. We haven't seen Ban Earth really execute their strategy, though. We haven't seen Infest Bombs, Mirana, Moonlight Shadow into setup ganks.
Yeah.
But if they can... Their initiation is so good that I feel like if Revenge start making any positional errors, this game could snowball out of control against them.
Pounce misses, so you were not going to get Relic. And here comes Ban Earth.
Probably a blessing in disguise. If he dies for that, arrow... Ooh. Just barely missing. They might still find it with a Hex here. Immediately goes on to Ewo. Then they follow up with the Shackles, and Ewo, overextending, will give up a kill. In the river, Evan. He's found the Lich as well. He can glimpse him back into a kinetic field, but he glimpses him just a bit too far. Oh, not the best combination. Yeah. There's Chain Frost in 50 seconds.
He's still got the Tranquil. Hit him. Break those Tranquil boots.
No.
Oh, no.
Multiple fails here. Now in the river. Out comes the call on half-right egg roll. Impale will slow him down a bit. The Smash Sama, Gyro, the Smash Copter, as you called it, will bring him down. Now Arrow, nicely, deftly juked even. Rocket Barrage continuing to do heavy damage, but I don't know if it's heavy enough. Now the kinetic field gets dropped. Smash trapped in the cogs, or the kinetic field will end up going down. One more right click to try and bring down Mihawk. No, the Shadow Shaman. Well, he'll fall. Mihawk running back through his own wall, and it's up to Relic to clean that one up, which he will do. The triple kills here for Relic.
Well, he may pay for this with his life, though. The Slark is just too big at this point. He's got, well, not that big. He's died once, but he's got a lot of farm. He's got another pounce here. Trying to juke Ewo with the Dark Pact. There will be more than enough. No, he misses the pounce. Ooh, the last right click, mid-leap. He gets the right click.
Sliced his legs off as the leap was going out. Straight ult orb for Ewo as well. This is a pretty unusual Slark build. No drums. No value items like a Shadow Blade or Yasha, but just straight into the...
It's like a Scotty Rush or a... Could be a Linken's, but... If you go Linken's, you normally want the Perseverance. I guess Slark one of the few heroes who doesn't benefit from the Ring of Health in the Linken's build-up because he has the ulti regen, but... He
doesn't hugely need mana either. He spams his spells, but they're all very cheap.
The Ultimate Orb just gives him the... He needs the mana pool like as much as the mana regen, so the Ultimate Orb kind of helps there, so...
Yeah, Linken's isn't bad. There's still Glimpse, which goes through Dark Pact, so... Yeah. It's still a decent pickup, mainly to deal with that.
Yeah, I think Linken's or Skadi either's fine. He gets another ulti orb, so it's going to be Skadi. Skadi makes him a bit tankier. Linken's just gives you that occasional spell block, which could save your life. Either one can save your life, so...
Surgeon on the Slark. He's diving deep for Goody. He gets hexed under tower range, immediately Dark Pact off, now popping the ultimate. He may have overextended here. The Lich has come along for the ride. Chain Frost at the ready. He'll let it fly. The kinetic field's there. Huge damage. The Chain Frost. Not just one bounce short of the double kill. Oh, it could have been even better.
Yeah, if he had the Shadow Dance, still may have gone for that kill. Meanwhile, top lane, it's Smash who's going to turn this fight around. Mystico can't get off a Carapace, unfortunately. He does do so in the end. That stuns up the Batrider, but Smash Copter not really in position to do too much more off of that.
Now mid lane, the endless aggression. Ewo, bricks, trading blows. The wall gets deployed. He runs south. He'll find the creeps. But he can't win the man fight. Slark just very good in these 1v1 scenarios against the Lifestealer.
There's a Surge on the bricks. Well, on the Ewo who wants to chase down bricks. The pounce is going to miss again. Ewo.
No ultimate. He could be in trouble here if Goody finds him.
Oh, man. Ewo's been just slightly off the mark a few times with these pounces. It's a hard spell to land, I tell you that, but...
Yeah, that's why we saw Loda go Blink. Blink Dagger on his Slark at Star Ladder.
Is that shots fired at Loda can't hit pounces?
No, I think it's a legit item if you get it super fast, because it's an instant guaranteed pounce. And it does a lot of damage, too.
Yeah, I think...
240 with the cooldown it has, very respectable damage.
That's it. If you're missing your pounces, like sometimes it gets you into a position to hit a Dark Pact, but missing out on that damage is a big loss.
And just such a good chasing spell. Give your teammates time to follow up, so... I actually thought the Blink Dagger build was quite legit.
I like the Blink build, but we'll see what's next here for Ban Earth. Lifestealer trying to farm up a Sanjin Yasha. Smoke is the name of the game, though, for Revenge, and... Well, they have gone for the drums on the Gyrocopter. Probably just like a drums BKB. He doesn't have to be like the carry for this team, so I think stuff like Helm of the Dominator, Butterfly can come later.
Drum charge, and now they'll find Goody. Gets off the Hex, but that's not going to save him. Does drop the wards. That's on 4. Right. The Bat Lasso's here as well. Oh, Masuko, no Chain Frost. A nice Static Storm, bringing everyone low. They glimpse back in the Gyro. Smash could die here as well. Indeed, he will. 3 heroes back in. They've lost 2 on each side, and now it's up to Relic to try and clean up.
Oh, nice leap in from the Slark here. He's got the Shadow Dance as well. Unfortunately, he's focusing down the life, so he wants to go for some of these squishy heroes. Ewo needs to give up the chase here. Nick's buying back as well, and that's...
He has stolen 54 agility at 17 minutes into the game.
Man.
18 essence shift stacks. That is legit.
1 point in Dark Pact build. That's why he's got this, because normally you see 4-4-1.
Yeah.
I think I prefer the 4-4-1 build, because he's missing out on a lot of damage up. Like, when he went for that kill Mirana, I thought the Dark Pact was going to get the kill, but he only had the level 1 Dark Pact. And
yeah, I thought it was as well.
It goes from 9... I mean, the cooldown is like 9 seconds to 6 seconds, but definitely not the conventional way to play Slark.
This is the better man fight build, though. This will help him take the Lifestealer 1v1, and we saw in the earlier engagement, Lifestealer cannot take the Slark, and he definitely can't now with the Eye of Scotty.
Ooh, this is gonna be this is where this build is nice and scary. But he's gonna be level 12. Like he could have got the Scotty and been like 1 level away from max essence shift. But here we go, top lane. Mirana and Lifestealer. We're gonna look for an arrow, but
this is such a difficult kill.
Hit the arrow, but what's your follow-up stun?
He's so tanky. He's got 10 armor, and he's also got his ultimate and the leap available. Looking for Relic here. He'll leap in. He's gonna find him, and one more right click will bring him down. Now Brick's on the run.
Gosh, that was nice.
This Slark is godly tanky.
How are you killing this Slark there? Like
They needed like a disruptor follow-up to that.
Yeah. Need more Shadow Shaman. Mid lane taking a lot of damage. They actually got the Blink Lasso onto Smash there, so Smash goes down.
Full YOLO mode from Smash.
Yeah.
He is way behind enemy lines.
That is not his side of the map.
It's not your base Smash. So, very even game so far, Gods.
Yeah,
who do you favor?
Ban have the more conventional lineup, I think. Like, I like their draft a little bit better, but I think the Slark is going to be the X factor. He's really scary in these fights, and Ban have a ton of lockdown, but I think Ewo, if he goes for like a BKB next, is going to be able to do a lot in these fights. Yeah,
BKB versus Disruptor, at that point, they got nothing on him. They can lasso him, but you can Dark Pact out of that and just leap away when the bat jumps in. He's going to be virtually impossible to kill if he goes BKB. Could also go Linked Sphere, get some additional stats as well.
I think
could even risk a damage on him. He's pretty hard to kill already.
I think Bash is going to help a lot against the lifesteal. I don't think he's going to die to the lifesteal in general though. It's like the disables, the lockdown, which is where Lincoln's BKB.
He'll mainly just die in Static Storm, I feel.
Yeah, Static Storm, glimpses. Could get hit by like an arrow and Shadow Shaman. If Shadow Shaman farms a blink, like that's pretty scary as well. But.
Well, for the time being, Mystico will farm up the top lane, and we'll see Ban Earth just on the defensive posture. That's the main concern for this draft. You're running Bat, Lifestealer, Mirana. These are heroes that want to get out on the map and just set up pickoffs, but they are afraid to leave their towers.
Yeah. Mihawk's got a mech now. He's got a ton of gold on top of this, so he's had it for a while. But those last few team fights, like the mid-tier 1 fight they lost, he didn't have mech there when Smash got trapped by the wards, which was like a really big thing that I feel Revenge were missing.
Oh, they use the Moonlight Shadow mid. The Gyrocopter will get caught by a lasso, pulled right back in.
Smash, please.
He throws away his life. The arrow connects on bottom lane. Mihawk, though, able to retreat out thanks to a timely TP from an ally, but a nice kill from no Earthspirit.
Relic's going for the last hit bottom.
On the tower mid.
Okay. Well, that's a good sequence of events of Ban Earth. Get the T1 mid, kill the Gyro. They didn't get the last hit on bottom lane from Relic, but he's not going to be too fast.
They still take down 2 towers, which definitely suits a lineup with Bat, Lifestealer. Yeah. They want to be finding pickoffs, and now they've got more space to work with.
Oh, Relic.
Oh. The trolls are catching him out. Mihawk didn't realize.
Oh, Mihawk should. Well, the troll was off like chasing Relic, so maybe.
Yeah, he might have thought Relic just kept on running. I guess.
Kept on running. TP out. No, he's going to run into Relic now.
Now we'll find him. Uh-oh. Well, who's found who? Relic's like, No
mech up, but Relic doesn't know that.
Yeah, cooling down soon, and not really worth the risk. He has gone back for a Midas, and just will continue to keep his farm up. Heading into the mid game. The Slark is very farmed. He's already picked up a Mithril Hammer. BKB that you mentioned, the most likely choice. Deso, not so common on Slark.
It's good he's farmed because Smash is freaking feeding right now.
Some of those dives were very ill-advised.
Like, this is where your Gyrocopter is suddenly going to be... Like, he's going to be like a more utility nuker / stunner in these fights because he has not got items at all.
They're waiting for the jump mid. Mystico in position for an Impale, potentially. He could catch 2 here. He only finds bricks, but that's a great hero to lock down to start the fight. He pops Rage. He tries to run. He infests into Goody. Get me out of here, Goody. Smash diving for the kill. Can't quite find it just yet. The Mirana then kills off the Nyx to start the fight, and now everybody on the retreat out. The Rocket quickly dealt with. Evan glimpsed back in. No, it's Ewo who's glimpsed out, excuse me, and Mihawk on the run. The Chain Frost, I'm not hitting nothing but creeps.
Oh, there we go. Finds the Shadow Shaman, finds the Batrider again with this. The chain that just keeps on chaining. Ewo gets an ulti off. He may survive this one. Ewo's still alive. Mirana uses the lead. The Starstorm going to hit Ewo, who does go down in the end. Just barely enough damage. Smash, homing missile, Relic. This will hit him, but Smash just gets the TP out.
Flame Break thrown out as well.
Gosh. That
chain frost looked awful. That hit like 5 creeps, then bounced to heroes.
Yeah.
Man, those bounces.
Tower mid gets denied, and rat lich, please, Misoku.
What?
That was some 3-2-2 action there. Oh, bad.
And there was a thread accusing Revenge of the 3-2-2, but
this is the
I think it's just the day of clown for North America or America in general.
Molt's got a lot of answering to do for NA Dota when he comes here for the TI qualifiers.
We're gonna put him on blast. If you're watching, you might be casting some American Dota League now. Not sure, but I don't know at this point. It's anybody's game.
These teams are so unpredictable. Like
the way they're playing and just the strangeness means like you can't get a handle on it.
Revenge is a team who first rose to prominence a year or so ago, beating Na'Vi. Recently, they've taken games off Liquid. They come close to taking games off EG, but then they go up against lesser known tier 2 teams and like, and also they're just not consistent. They're so hit or miss.
There was a game where I cast, and I believe they were gonna win in Starlighter America qualifiers, and Smash just was like over here. I forget what hero he was, but he was the hard carry for the team, and he dove like all the way back there, fed away the Aegis, died again, and threw the game. TA, that's right. Yeah, he was snowballing so hard that game too. They had it, but Smash, he's a young player. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, well,
the hotheads.
Roshan turned into a big chicken. He's about to go down, and this will be Bricks with an Aegis, it looks like. So this will help him out a lot because he needs that second life. Because Slark is sort of focusing him and trying to bring him down to start off a lot of these clashes. Speaking of Slark, BKB looks to be coming up soon. Has a Mithril Hammer. Needs like another 1k-ish gold.
Yeah, BKB is really good this game. We talked about that a bit. I think it's a really nice choice.
I don't think this is like a Deso or Mjolnir, so who knows? Who knows?
Mjolnir wouldn't be too bad. I think Deso is kind of a weird choice on Slark, though.
Mjolnir's like always a good item, it seems. And when you've got 2k HP, it's a pretty damn good item.
The other thing is Slark steals a lot of agility, which means he attacks very quickly in most fights, and you get all those extra lightning procs. You're in the middle of the fight. I guess the thing is you pop the ult, no one's attacking you, but outside of that, you will be spamming lightning all over the place at a high frequency.
Yep. Well, Ewa continues to farm bottom lane, so it does seem he wants to finish off whatever item that he is going for, so this game feels very much in the balance right now. Goldgraph pretty much dead even, XP dead even, so I
feel Ban Earth have the easier to execute lineup.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean Revenge can't win the team fights. If they get an amazing Chain Frost from Masuko, if the Vac wall's just right.
I give the slight edge to him, just like the ease of execution of their lamp and also being on the dire side. Roshan advantage is going to be pretty important this game, it feels like.
Though X Factor could always be this Frost Armor from Lich.
Max homing missiles, hitting Invis, Moonlight Shadow. What you going to do?
By the way, that build has been very underwhelming since the early game.
Yeah.
Suko getting caught off. There will be a lasso here, and down goes the Lich.
I feel like less so the build, more just Smash's positioning. And like he could have gone any build at all this game, and either way, he would like the outcome would be what we're seeing now.
I mean, the thing is though, if you go for the max flak, you can prioritize stacking a bit more. Even stack your own ancients, check the runes, and just go mid.
Play less aggressive.
Yeah, like you can have a different skill build that just suits a different play style better. But this is the YOLO tower dive build, and nice sentry there. No glimpse back to the Nyx.
Alright, well, Nyx went Midas. I didn't see that.
Nyx?
Yeah.
Really?
Mystico.
I did not see that either.
I click him, I'm like, did I accidentally click like someone like Darkseer or something? I'm like, no, they got another Midas.
Must have been the Nyx that you clicked, but no.
No,
that's the other Nyx.
With the Midas, and they still slow down his blink a lot. I'm surprised he straight blink is your conventional way, but this gets him a lot more levels, so.
Level 16 is nice on Nyx, because then you have the constantly available Vendetta.
And even Mana Burn span hurts pretty hard for heroes like Batrider, Shadow Shaman, Disruptor. These Intel heroes take a lot of damage from Mana Burn.
Oh, they're going to glimpse him all the way back, and he might be caught out now. Hexed up. Oh. Here comes Lifestealer.
Yeah.
See you, Nyx.
Ban Earth just getting these too many easy pickoffs, it feels, with the glimpse or with the Batrider blink lassos.
He knew Vendetta was about to end. Like, that's just a sloppy play. You should just back way in advance.
Yep.
We're following this one, gods.
Don't worry.
We're going on a trip here. No action.
I accidentally clicked the mud
okay.
golem. I
got this.
I was following it and then clicked the mud golem along the way, and then I was in the mud golem perspective, which is I get a pretty sad view into the life of a mud golem. These mud golems live pretty boring, mundane lives.
Where are the mud golems?
Where aren't the mud golems, LD? They're everywhere.
Hmm.
They're not even friends. These two mud golems, they have their back to each other.
Where is this?
Radiant medium camp.
Radiant. They're broken up.
These are two of the saddest mud golems I've ever seen. Oh man.
The pouting.
Just please. You guys, you share a neutral camp. You can't not be friends.
Give each other a hug.
Yeah. No.
I don't know if they have that many feelings. we're anthropomorphizing these quite a bit. Mud golems are brainless slobs.
I'm a mud golem apologist here.
A mud golem. Well, you're the only one, man. So enjoy it.
I love finding mud golems in the jungle. Uh-oh, another glimpse.
It's okay if you're axe. That's about it. Masuku gets lassoed, gets pulled back in, and down he goes again.
He was getting a bit of trade top, which is a tier 2, so he's got his BKB and Scotty, so he can actually consider going the damage animal top.
Revenge are really good at high ground defense as well.
Yeah.
The nice thing about the Midas Darkseer, he's almost level 16. That's scary.
Cooldown being used just to stall this one. This is Serpent Wards for the tier 2. I think they weren't going to go high ground with the Serpent Wards anyway, so they may as well use it for the tier 2. Yeah, tier 2 will go down. Ban Earth pretty much have to back at this point, and I don't think they can even defend the tier 2 top, so it's a tier 2 for a tier 2. Good trade for Revenge.
Indeed it is. Revenge, considering that they gave up the kill, well, they'll be happy with that, and Slark continues to get big. Basher's almost up. At the same time, your Bat does have a BKB now, so his initiation, ideal hero to fight is definitely the Darkseer here, I would say. Nyx's not too bad, but Lifestealer can generally deal with him in fights, and you're not really going to want to go on Slark with Dark Pact, so if he could just isolate Darkseer and lasso him up in fights, they'll probably have the edge there at that point. I don't see Revenge take a team fight without Darkseer. Yeah, and they might find him now.
Dax is a very important part of this lineup.
Oh, straight onto Mihawk, and if he doesn't get out of this one, they're in huge trouble. Buyback not available. And now, chasing onto Masuku. This is going to be a 2-for-1 special. Isolates him with the shackle. Slark leaps in. We'll try to go ham here. Still has a BKB at the ready. Backs off. We'll settle for Bricks. Bricks left alone, but does have an Aegis. They can fight round 2. Maybe turn this fight around. No lasso at this point. No wards. Maybe they get the Lifestealer twice. Rage. No one fast. Just forced to right-click, but can't win the man fight here with Iwo, the Slark. The fish man is the real man. Okay. Now Brick's trying to TP out.
Oh, no mana for Impale. They didn't see him as well.
They're fighting without Disruptor there, as well as without Mirana, who just off in her own farming.
They still come out on top. They lose Shadow Shaman, but they force out 2 BKBs from Gyro as well as Slark, and like that, losing Aegis is no real big deal. It's going to expire right now anyways. It just expired. Like he lost the Aegis right before it expired. So
that is good value.
Fantastic trade for Ban Earth. As much as it looked like Revenge were the ones on the aggression there, they killed just the Shadow Shaman and lose Daxia Lich.
And they also had a good exchange while wards were down too. So Mirana wasn't there, wards were down, and the farm continues. Abyssal Blade coming soon. Seems more and more like this game is tilting Ban Earth's way. Gold experience fairly close, but it's just so easy for them to find pickoffs. That's like 4 or 5 lasso kills in a row. And the glimpse kills, we've seen a few of those in the mid game. Revenge, what has the Lich done? He's had one really lucky Chain Frost mid. That's it. It's just, this hero just doesn't offer you as much in most team fights.
He needs to be using those 4 staffs to save people who get lassoed. And, oh, God.
They need a vacuum impale.
That smoke just failed on numerous reasons. They smoked on top of an observer ward. The arrow also hits them smoked up, so that reveals the fact someone's invis. This is the most. And now they're going to Moonlight Stone into him. Is there a gem? I see a dust. Couple dust, but no gem.
Iwo coming up in the front lines. He'll get hexed up immediately, and now they'll focus him down, dropping the wards. The kinetic field. It's a disaster. Can the Chain Frost in the back turn this around? Chain Frost bouncing here and there, but just not enough. The BKBs are tanking quite a bit of it. Magic immune units soaking up that damage, and now they've isolated a few heroes on the side of the fights. Retreating out is going to be Mihawk, but pulled right back in. Then he gets bashed. Then arrow to the dome. 4 dead.
Well, Masoka's got no TP, but he may be left alone.
It's okay, buddy. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
Lich's going to have your mana. Yeah, he'll be fine. I don't know what his get out of here plan is. There's Serpent Ward's cutting off one retreat, towers in the other 2 directions, and he's about to get scoured by. He may kill Evan, actually. This is a fight he can win.
Masuku, you got this.
Yep.
What's that hesitation?
Yeah, Masoku.
The plays. Well, now he's dead.
Yeah, now it's 4 stuffs on cooldown. So
got the vision here from the Thunderstrike, and Bricks on the hunt. No TP.
That one tree juke, not happening.
Naya.
Well.
What a clowny 2 games this has been. My goodness. Some truly silly engagements.
Well, Lich gave us good effort there. That one tree almost helping him out.
It's definitely a nice and welcome change of pace compared to the Chinese Dota we've been seeing lately. Very orderly and
you know what's coming your way.
Less schizophrenic.
Yeah. Well, smash now. Max homing missiles. Now we're in for a game. Like this'll help turn this game around. I believe in this build.
You are definitely its #1 proponent.
As that fight was so horrible for Revenge, but it's entirely because Banner knew they were coming smoked up. They knew the exact direction they were taking,
and they lost the Slark right away as well.
They moonlight shadowed into the smoke, and like you reveal the smoke without revealing yourselves. And the Slark was in the front line, so the dust wasn't there. The dust was on the support heroes like the Nyx as well as the Lich. So,
and Slark has almost all of their Darkseer's got a lot of farm, but you don't need that much. Just blink, mech, levels. That's pretty much what that hero's there for.
Darkseer got off a great vacuum wall that fight, as well as the Lich Chainfrost. It was actually split between a lot of... Like, it didn't kill anyone because it was split between 5 heroes completely.
Well, a lot of them were bad. There's 2 magic immune heroes that start bouncing too. And
the 2 supports took a lot of the damage, and with some better bounce RNG may have killed them, but like he got great bounce RNG.
It could have just bounced in between them if they got the lucky bounce.
Yeah, but... Either way, I feel like Revenge, they execute that fight well with the Darkseer and the Lich, but when your Slark gets focused down to start a fight, you've lost right off the bat. Now there's
and they just have no damage on Smash.
Gosh, yeah.
Smash is, again, they didn't stack early for him. He CS'd okay in lane, but the Slark has 70 more CS than him, and the Gyro mid is...
He just died. Like, that's, I think, at the end of the day,
there was a lot of feeding.
He just died, and he never got farmed because he kept dying. Like, I think it's
and they were
sums up his day.
Largely, I'm a Smash fan, but those were pretty much all largely avoidable deaths.
Yeah, he was often so many times he was 1v3.
Over here.
The top river one, like going where he went into the Mirana, who left and got the DD rune. That was
cooldowns and then runs into her with the supports rotating.
That was just like those kind of deaths. You know, people like talk about Revenge, and they're obviously most well known for Smash, but Smash is by far their most inconsistent player.
He's volatile. At his best, he's their best player, but he's not always at his best.
And even their game against EG that they were winning and should have won, like I heard, I didn't watch the full game, but from what Andrew was saying, it's like, well, they were winning, Revenge were winning the game without Smash having a huge impact. It sounded like it was the rest of the team being the more consistent ones and having higher impact.
Misko has found Relic here. I think they need the burst damage from Vendetta, and he doesn't leap in time. Oh, Relic. He's toast. BKB. He'll try and leap out. He's blown the 10 second. Is it 10 second? No, 9 second BKB.
It was worth it trying if you survive. Oh, they get the glimpse on Slark though. No. Did he BKB'd off?
out of it, yeah.
They used Static Storm and everything. So yeah, that's his 9-second BKB as well, so that's what you have the BKBs for.
Well, it's better than getting hexed and not using it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Here comes the Lich.
Oh god, this Lich
is really posting
What are you
up,
doing,
man.
Lich? You're
really,
not a frontliner.
The only reason the bat's not going in is because he thinks there's backup, which there is now.
And
there was
a
window
Lich.
there.
It's like, do you want to blink lasso a Lich? Like, sure, it's a free kill, but I guess they need the lasso so much for the
in this
Slark.
Dire Observer Ward's vision? I think it was maybe in range.
After the last one, it wouldn't surprise me, but...
Yeah, the pings are coming out. I'm pretty sure they saw at least 1 or 2 heroes go into smoke. And here comes the wraparound.
Roshan back up. Do they go for Roche with Mirana dead? Definitely possible.
No Mirana, like you said. It's a little hard. To me, Mirana's the more important carry than the Lifestealer. He's there mainly for the Abyssal Blade, but Revenge fairly effective at kiting. It's the Mirana who's going to clean up and run heroes down as they retreat out.
Well, here we go. Fried egg roll. He's looking out. Oh, sorry. Half fried egg roll.
What's a half fried? Just like they took it out of the fryer too early?
Yeah, it doesn't sound very edible.
Sounds gross.
I mean, it's let's say it's either fried or it's not fried. or it's just not cooked.
Well, like maybe you cut the egg roll in half,
yeah.
You fry half of it, and then you put it back together.
Well, you could just dip half of the because an egg roll's like a kind of like a spring roll type thing, I guess. So you could just dip the bottom half in, and the other half not sitting in the oil. Yeah. You only have half the egg roll soaked in the steaming oil. Okay. I'm on board.
We theory crafted this name.
Half fried egg roll is a thing.
It's not a very popular.
Well, egg rolls are not something that have to be cooked. Like spring rolls, you don't actually cook them, but you can fry spring rolls, or you can just eat them like raw because it's like pastry wrapped vegetables. They actually taste pretty good raw.
I like them better cooked. They're not bad raw.
Normally, you either have them fried or you just have them uncooked. So
we've really
best of both worlds.
We've run the gamut here.
I would try a half fried egg roll. Like I'm throwing that out.
I would try it. I'm skeptical.
I would enjoy it. I would even make that claim. I would enjoy it.
How do you know? What if it's like the grossest thing ever?
Roland would enjoy it.
Oh yeah, Roland is not very picky, as he'll tell you. Oh man. Slark with the AC up though. He is quite big. He'll blink in. He has not used the BKB yet. Now he deploys it, but he gets abyssaled and then lassoed. The BKB being wasted. War trapped on top of it all. Ewo not having too much fun. Pops the ult. Will retreat out, but now the BKB's over, and he needs to get the hell out of this fight. In comes Mystico, isolated and brought down quickly. The Nyx.
He got glimpsed back in.
Removed from the equation.
The Slark, he's trying to like bait the lasso with the Dark Pack, but Batrider's just waiting till he sees the Dark Pack used, and then he goes in. So I think it was a pretty good play by the Batrider. Even though they didn't kill Slark there, he made sure he didn't do anything in the fight.
They were also just fighting without Darkseer, without Gyro. Like I don't really know what the game plan there was.
Man. Fighting without Smash's homing missile spam is actually a pretty bad idea. He's
going E-Blade now, I think. We'll see the E-Blade Gyro.
Or at least casual Ghost Scepter. Like the Ghost Scepter is just he's not a carry hero this game. I don't know what else to say about him, but he's not carrying. That's on the Slark, who's got the Assault Crest, so Slark and Dax are going to be the big heroes to look out for in team fights.
Yeah, well, they're trying to find the Mirana, but they'll vac him back in. They can look to run him down here with a Surge. Oh, still cooling down.
Mirana has Aegis, so 1 kill maybe, but 2 kills definitely no.
Yeah, it could just be a casual Ghost Scepter, but I'm hoping for the E-Blade back into Ag's Gyro. Maybe.
You're very ambitious about how much Smash is going to farm. That's like is he farming an E-Blade this game? I'm
he's like halfway there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know what else he.
I just want to start
Force
this revenge team. It's not all about Smash.
This is you know, we were talking about revenge though in terms of like and then in the drive when we were getting food today, and they're just very inconsistent. Yeah. Like one game they'll come out with a very solid draft, lanes that just suit their players that they've executed before, and they just crush. Then other games they get a little clowny, and it's just like it's not the same team. I get a very Jekyll and Hyde act feeling when I cast these guys.
Disruptor Ag Scepter. This is actually pretty cool for versing like any of these BKB heroes. Like Slark will not be able to BKB ulti out of anything, or I mean just BKB into a fight.
If you get it off first, though, it's not going to matter.
You can't, like, glimpse into ulti it's kind of not going to work because he just BKBs the glimpse, but...
Oh, the fight breaks out in the river. They've isolated one. Ewo trapped in the kinetic field and the static storm. He didn't get off his BKB here. He's dropping pretty fast, but for the moment, hasn't gone down. Ewo will live. Pops the ult, turns it around. On the top side of the fight, they also lost the Nyx, the Lich, too, and the cooldown completely airballed Relic.
Smash, please.
Maybe looking for some kills here. They still have the Aegis. They still have the Lifestealer. And in the end, Ban Earth come out in good shape. Didn't lose Aegis and didn't lose either carry.
Fox farm, but he can't do it on his own. That to me is this game. Like they're trying to fight in these weird locations where Darkseid can't get off vacuum. That fight was split into two. There was the fight around the top river, and then there was a separate fight taking place on the high ground, like up near the big neutrals. And that's where the vacuum wall was never going to catch out multiple Ban Earth heroes. Ban Earth had their team split up into 2 fights, and the vacuum wall caught one. But
and they just don't have a follow up for the vac wall. Like vac wall, maybe Nyx Impale. But we haven't seen it this game.
Yeah, not the easiest to execute combo in a lot of ways. But
well, go back to the Sand King. He was banned in the second stage. Could have been snapped up by them, but didn't go for it. Went for the Lich.
The Lich pick's not really panning out this game, I think, as well.
Lich. If you get him, to me, it's for it's just for the experience, really. Like the Frost Armor I'm building sounds nice, but it's yet to prove effective in a competitive match. At least not one that I've cast.
Alright, let's see what the plan is here. Everyone on Ban Earth just so far. They're very convincingly ahead at this point. It's like an 8k gold lead, which for 40 minutes is pretty small, but being on the dire side, having the Roshan advantage, and just a much better late game. Like Lifestealer Mirana as your 2 cores with a Batrider as your initiator. Compared it to Revenge, their best initiator is the Nyx Assassin, and it's nowhere near as reliable as a Batrider with a Blink Lasso. And their 2 carries, Slark is... Well, their 1 carry, Slark, is just unable to do it on his own.
He's a melee carry against Mirana and Lifestealer with a Basher. He can't man-fight the Lifestealer because he's got Basher. He can't man-fight the Mirana because she's got Leap and Evasion. He has no MKB. He can't win a head-on-head confrontation, and they can't win a team fight because they vac and then there's no follow-up.
I think Basher would have been a bit better. I don't think it would have been a game-changer, but I think it would have been a bit more useful than either the Yasha or the
The bigger issue is what you mentioned before, which is just that Slark can't do it alone.
No.
But especially with this item selection, you can't do it alone.
Yeah, I think critiquing the item selection is just a small part of the issue. Arrow going to miss mid lane. Relic needs to be a bit careful. Stills the Aegis. Them homing missiles.
They will take a tier 2 bottom in the meantime. Ewo just ratting it up a bit, stalling the game, but in the end, Ban Earth probably looking to break base here soon.
Yeah, they may have to back for only about 45 seconds, so
They'll probably take the tier 2 and then back.
I think they'll try and siege the high ground a little bit, but yeah, problem is Ewo's already high ground.
There's an Assault Cross in Ewo as well, so you don't want to be trading against that.
Oh, careful, Lich.
Lichy poo. Nyx wants to go back in. I don't think he can kill this bat, though. BKB's up, has 1,700 health.
Yeah, he's got the gem, so... You could blink onto his Firefly to try and proc the Carapace, but... This is trouble for Revenge.
Revenge, like the way that I see them winning this game is if they hit the huge vacuum Chain Frost wall. Yeah, any other kind of fight is a no Earthspirit fight.
I think they've just got to, they can only take fights where it's no Earthspirit pushing onto their high ground, because that's the only time where you're going to see those big vacuum wall combos, really. Yeah,
if they take a random chaotic fight in the river, they are going to get crushed. Yeah. 9 times out of 10, maybe even a higher percent than that.
Well, Shiva's Guard picked up a Dark. That's a pretty nice pickup. Helped quite a lot against Lifestealer especially.
I like that.
There's your E-Blade.
Okay. Told you. Oh, you have a little fight.
I just didn't believe Smash would farm enough money. Smash is on the feed train. Have we? I don't know if he's like been involved in a kill in a long time. He's been 3. I don't think Revenge has been getting any kills in a long time.
I just like what does the hero do at this stage of the game?
Yeah. Throw a bunch of homing missiles and just annoy. Homing missiles are more annoying at this point.
He's the Lincoln's destroyer, man. That's what he's good for right now.
You counter that by not getting Lincolns.
Yeah, that's the counter to Lincoln's destroyer. Next level counter.
Slark's camped out at this bottom lane. He's no interest in going in. He'll be probably TPing home fairly soon. Maybe going to try a creep skip. So if the push is going bottom lane, he'll just take out the next creep wave. But this creep wave here should be pretty good.
They're going for the surround here. 4 coming in from the left side.
Oh, they saw him. Their pings. They saw the Slark.
Did they?
Yeah, 100%. They spam pinged him.
And they go. They're going to BKB. The back is there. It only connects on Goody, though. Everybody else fine for the time being. Static Storm gets dropped. No Radiant Heroes really caught in this, though. Mihawk okay for now. He's the one who did get isolated. Chain Frost comes in. The Lich manages to get it off. It's bouncing quite well, but not well enough in the end. Ewo now the run. 3 heroes dead. Earthspirit. Well, no Earthspirit. Still winning this chaotic fight.
The team ethereal. He etherealed the Slark while he was trying to right-click. What are you doing, Smash? Go home.
They weren't winning that fight anyway.
No, it was over.
Slark freaking boned.
He popped his ultimate and wanted to try right-click down, I think, the support Shadow Shaman, but like then Smash is like, oh, I gotta save you. You're low in HP, but he was in Shadow Dance. Oh, they were boned anyways. Like you say, that fight was not going anywhere. Ban Earth now onto the high ground. Tier 3 tower will melt. Raxes will melt. And
that was just a microcosm of this game. The Smash throws. One game he's a hero, the next game...
I don't think you even... Like, you can't even call it a throw, because at no point did he actually give Revenge, like, a lead based on his... Like, he was never snowballing. Like, he was...
That's true.
He just never did
they had a slight lead.
Yeah. Like... Well, counter...
to throw, you must first have a lead.
Ewo's going for counter Raxes mid lane. There will be a buyback from the Lich, but it looks like Ban Earth are going for the Mega Creeps. And Ewo not even finishing the Raxes. He's TPing home.
One last fight. That's all they've got left in the tank.
Well...
Oh, can they cancel TP here? Chain Frost to cancel it? No, it's on cooldown.
So, mass TP's home. Ban Earth say, look, we'll come back another time. We've got 4 Raxes. We've got Roshan respawning in about 2 minutes. It's a long Roshan respawn, unfortunately, but...
Well, Rosh should be back up fairly soon. Yeah, 2 minutes to go.
Yeah.
This is not looking good for Revenge. They're about to drop to 2-2, it would seem.
Oh, this is just a team they're expected to win against. Like, a team... The thing is, you can come as close as you want to beating EG, but end of the day, they get a loss there. Like, all that matters is the end result when it comes to qualifying for the playoffs of the Summit America. And here, a loss to no Earthspirit could really put them in a tough spot.
Yeah, they still got to play Liquid, I believe, and teams like... Did they play Sna today?
I don't think they've played Sna yet.
Sna, no, NA Rejects, and Fury, 2 of the stronger teams, although there's not much of a hierarchy for me in North America. Outside of EG, probably Liquid there as well. They did lose the Sna. Okay. Well, no, Revenge I meant. But Lasso on Smash mid lane. He pops the BKB, but they'll just right-click him down anyway. He's just not doing anything. Now onto Ewo. Isolated. The bashes are coming out. He will pop the ult, but Relic at full HP. Bricks at full HP. These 2 right-clickers just hitting way too hard. And now on to Mystico. That'll be 3 dead. Looking for the 4th Ewo.
Retreating out. On the docks here. He's trapped now.
Oh. Well, he's trapped, but nobody's there to kill him.
What's he doing? He was just holding position.
AFK.
He's like, take me, guys. Take me. I'm free.
Team end, please.
Slark, the only survivor, and Ewo, well... This late game Sanjay Yasha, yeah, not too sure about that. But again, the item choices are nothing to pin this loss on. Like, I don't think a 45-minute Sanjay Yasha is a good idea, but I don't think it's the reason they lost in the slightest bit.
There you go. Buyback from Darkseer has no ult. Does have Vec. Shivas. The buyback on the Nyx as well. And they go onto the tier 3. That tower's going to drop quite quickly. They're chipping away at it. Blink in. The vacuum lasso is here. Now the Impale coming forth. That was your first good vacuum Impale of the game, but is it enough at this point? Brick still going man mode. Brings down the Slark, and without the Slark, there's just no damage. One more bash on Mihawk will be enough to kill him off. They get the mini bash from the MKB. Now Mystico cleaned up. They get nothing.
GG. Ban Earth get, I believe their first or their second win.
Ooh. Nope, BKB. Ruins the fun.
Alrighty.
Smash. Oh, bash. Ultra kill for Bricks.
Not bad, not bad. Well, no Earthspirit get their first win of the Summit America, so yeah, pretty good, pretty good. A much needed win if they want to stay in the race for the playoffs. But for Revenge, they're still in the race. They are 2-2, but they've taken a win against the North American Rejects as well as CNB. So any Rejects, one of the top contenders, so a win there will help them out a lot. We could be like heading towards some tiebreakers and like a really close race for some of these spots. Like EG, I would say guaranteed top 1. Like they've beaten Liquid, they'll beat everyone else. They've beaten Revenge. Liquid,
maybe they lose one game and they get sloppy, but they'll still be in first.
They'll still be 6-1. Like that's still more than enough. Like now, so I think this will be like an EG1. Liquid should get second unless they somehow really stumble against some of these other teams. So third, fourth, fifth, sixth, like that's really up for grabs for anyone right now.
Man, I am dazed and confused after today's 2 games. It was fun, but it was all over the place.
It was fun. Yeah. No, I've learned my new food that I want to try sometime in the future. As well as I also developed a soft spot in my heart for mud golems.
Half-fried egg roll.
Yeah.
I don't think, well, a soft spot for a very hard object. Interesting. Well, that being said, guys, we're done for now. We do have Summit Asia action coming up. That is going to kick off in, I think it's an hour and 30 minutes, or no, 2 hours and 30 minutes, I believe.
We got a bit of break before Summit Asia. 2 hours 30 minutes, and
it seems like there's a scheduling. Some of the websites are saying that it's in 35 minutes, but that is incorrect. It will be in 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Okay, so that's going to be Hyperglory team against LGD. ZSMJ's team. They've added CTY.
Loser bracket match. Somebody's going home.
Yeah.
CTY hype. He's back with ZSMJ. Last time the experiment was not a success.
No, he was the star player for the Vici gaming team when FY and Fenrir rose to fame. So he definitely has what it takes.
They've definitely overshadowed him since then.
Yeah, since then they have gone on to bigger and better things. But CTY went on to much worse things, aka League of Legends.
So looking at the standings now, yeah, it's a tight race. It's too early to call, and not as clearly you don't have like your winners and losers the way you did in Europe.
As nice as that win was for No Earthspirit, their losses are against the weaker teams. I think they still have to play teams like EG. Like they've lost to CNB, they've lost to NA Rejects, they've also lost to SNAR. So I think No Earthspirits are pretty screwed here. They haven't played Liquid or EG.
Yeah, that's like pretty likely to be 2 losses.
It's nice they get that win, but I think they're out of the race in my opinion. Like
good experience for them. They are in the TI4 qualifiers for North America, so they'll have a chance to learn something from this event. And
to me, they're the only team that's probably out right now. Like Sneaky Nyx Assassin, they have a couple losses, but one of those being to I'm trying to think. Okay, Sneaky Nyx. Oh no, here we go. Sneaky Nyx Assassins. They've got a couple losses. They lost to EG, I believe it was. Yeah, they lost to EG, so that's an expected loss.
They took down, so they're in good shape.
Yeah, they lost to CNB. That was a loss they shouldn't have had, which is like one of those kind of shaky performances. But hey, if they get some wins elsewhere, then they'll be okay. So.
All right, guys. With that being said, we are going to wrap up the stream for now for the Summit America. We will be back in 2.5 hours for Summit Asia action. I'm LD. He's God. You've been watching the Summit powered by Twitch. Be sure to buy the bundle if you haven't already. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back soon.